What's good, people? Welcome to The Witcher 3. This is my first time experiencing The Witcher. So, quick little story. I first heard about The Witcher roughly when it came out. It was a really popular game around 2015, and back then I sort of dismissed it because I didn't know enough about it. I thought, well, this is the third installment. I don't know what the second game is. I don't know what the first game is. I have no idea what this is. It seems like I should have played the other two. So I dismissed the fact that this was a really good game and you can introduce yourself to the Witcher universe by playing this game. Let that go completely, and roughly around the time Game of Thrones wrapped up, I was looking for a show on Netflix to watch, and I had heard about The Witcher. A friend of mine recommended it, and of course, knowing me, I dismissed that too. Eventually got around to thinking, alright, I'll flick onto this. I watched The Witcher on Netflix roughly 6-7 months after it had first come out in December, and you know what, it caught my interest, especially the last 10 minutes of the first episode where Geralt is in Blaviken and we see his sword fighting skills for the first time, and that scene actually got me interested in Henry Cavill as an actor overall. And I thought, alright, I'm going to stick with this show. Ended up completing the first season, and quite frankly speaking, I actually had to rewatch it because I got a little lost. Things didn't quite make much sense to me because I hadn't experienced a show that sort of jumps back and forth for the timeline. There's characters that are dead and they come back in the next episode, and things didn't really make too much sense. But the show caught me. Henry Cavill, no homo, caught my eye. And after it wrapped up, there was Witcher Season 2 on the horizon because I had watched the first season so late. Ended up watching the second season and pretty much liked that more than the first season. Now, I can't comment how accurate or inaccurate it may be to the books. I know a lot of people will say there's a lot of inaccuracies and problems with the show, but for me, Henry Cavill stole it. He stole the limelight. I thought the show was great. I pretty much watched season 1 and 2 back to back after finishing each one, just rewatched it again. And then I saw, at the time, owning a PS4 still, didn't have a PS5, around April, May this year, 2022, that the game was on sale. It was about $30 on the PlayStation Store in Australia, and I thought, righto, I'm going to jump on this. The Witcher is too good. I can't wait for Season 3. Obviously, we know all the bad news surrounding the show now. I didn't back then. Jumped on, bought the game, and kind of left it sitting there for a while on the PS4. Then there was more news surrounding The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt getting a remaster for the PlayStation 5. And I always knew I was eventually going to get a PS5. It was just too expensive, buying one off a scalper online. But I thought, alright, now that I know that this game's going to come out on PS5, we're going to have to play this on PS5. There's not much sense in me playing this on the PS4. It's going to be a fairly lengthy game, I imagine. And me finishing it with the... I didn't know the release date back then either. So I assumed with an update coming 3 months down the track. Obviously, it was more like 7 or 8 months. Because, yeah, I said around April is when I bought the game. But anyway, here we are. I held out for the update. And I've had the Witcher Game of the Year Edition PS4 just sitting on my cross menu here. Now, I thought, 14th of December, there's going to be an update coming out for this game. Well, there was no update. I'm trying to update the game files. I'm basically clicking this, trying to see, what can I press to update the game? So if you're a little unsure like I was, now maybe this is just me, maybe for everyone else it was self-explanatory, I actually had to delete the PS4 Game of the Year Edition and search up The Witcher Wild Hunt on the PlayStation Store after deleting it. Because even when I hadn't deleted it, when I had the PS4 version, so right, I typed in, The Witcher, or WIT is enough, and it came up with this. Now, at the time, now that I've deleted it, it says in-car, but at the time it said downloaded. And I thought, well, seems like I already got the game, but where I was a little confused is that now it has the white writing that it says PS5. For me, it still said Game of the Year Edition PS4. And then for me, it kind of clicked that, alright, I think I've downloaded the PS4 version, and it's not just going to be a patch to convert this PS4 version to the PS5. So I went ahead and deleted it, and then after I searched The Witcher, I was able to download, and it was no longer The Witcher 3 Game of the Year Edition, it was The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition, and I still had to buy it, like click buy now, but the price of it was $0.00. So if you're a little confused because you've got the PS4 version sitting there, to my understanding you have to get rid of your PS4 version, which will then enable you to find the complete edition, which is not the Game of the Year edition, and you basically press the buy button, you rebuy it, but it'll be free of charge if you've owned that Game of the Year edition or just the base Witcher 3 PS4 edition. Alright, so I've chewed your ear off for about 5 minutes. First time experiencing this game. We're going to boot it up together after it downloads. Let's do this. Alright, we're back. We're about to dive into The Witcher 3. So if you can see in the top right hand corner with the time, I'm actually playing this almost a complete 24 hours later because I ran into an issue where I would try and launch the game and it just wouldn't start. It'd show the title card and then it'd just go back to the cross menu here. Now, I couldn't work it out. I thought maybe somehow the game's not launched, but then I confirmed it definitely is. There's videos popping up on YouTube, and now I guess I'm going to be a little late to the party. If this is happening to you, you probably got to clear your cache data. So the best way to do that is to turn the power off right here and not go into rest mode, but turn the PS5 off. Make sure all the LEDs have stopped blinking, and then unplug it for about 30 seconds. And watch this, I bet the game's going to launch now. So, had I known this sooner, I probably would have done this video a lot sooner. Anyway, moment of truth. Oh, would you look at that? It's a damn shame, but thanks to YouTube, we know how to fix some problems. Alright. So I'm probably going to keep my videos to about 45 minutes long at the most. Easy to export that way. You know, I got nothing to compare this to. But we'll see if this feels like a 2022 game. So the HUD there is good. Barely visible. Yeah, it's interesting because I'm looking at my laptop, which is recording this, and it's still pretty visible on the laptop, but on my monitor, right there, I would say, is barely visible. But for the laptop, that is barely visible. I can see some stuff going on at the top of the screen. Alright, anyway, I'm sure you guys don't want to see all this shit, so I'm just going to try and find a happy medium. It's pretty dark on my monitor, but that's not too bright on the laptop. Hopefully the videos turn out well.
I see you gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. and the monsters at our door. The unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years, but a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
Wow, okay. Well, if I hadn't watched the TV show, like I mentioned previously, I would have no fucking idea what that was all about. So I'm thankful that that makes some sense to me. So we got graphics mode, new content, photo mode. I mean, it's all new content to me. I'm not going to really read too much about this, but quality mode's top visual fidelity and butter smooth 60 FPS of performance mode. I think a lot of people will be playing this on performance mode. I want to do something a little different. All my God of War videos that I've uploaded, finished that entire game playing on quality mode. I think I'm going to stick with that. If we find it to be a little choppy, we can always change it. But for this first video, I want to explore what fidelity mode is going to be like. Integrated mods. We've fully integrated some incredible community-made mods into the game. Wow, you don't really hear about that sort of stuff being done on console games. Quality of life improvements for the controls. Okay, so yeah, this is all going to be totally new to me. So I don't know what I've missed in the past. We're about to jump in and find out what's ahead for the future. To make The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt and our future games as good as possible, we'd like to ask your permission to collect and process your analytics data, including error reports and general gameplay statistics. Well, if this was on my PC, I would probably say no. just the fact that there's nothing really private on my PlayStation 5, like, obviously PC is a different ballgame. I don't tend to agree with these things because I don't know enough about it. I honestly don't know enough about it. I don't know what I'm saying yes to, and I'm not just a yes man. But when it comes to the PS5, yeah, I agree. Because whatever, as long as you don't know my password, it's all cool. So audio, yeah, control settings. I really don't know what to change because can't. Oh, well, I hope we have some sort of tutorial, so I'm not gonna look into this too much. Yeah, I think the main thing we want is movement response. So what is this? Standard or alternative? It's set on alternative as the default, but well, we'll just go with that. I know this has now roughly been like 13 minutes, but appreciate if you've stuck by, and that's why I've put like a timestamp. So what's this? Subtitle font size? Well, we'll put it on 1. 0 I'm assuming would mean like there's no subtitles at all. Right, so we are on performance mode. Enable ray trace, global illumination, higher quality reflections. Game targets 30 FPS. So I'm not a fan of motion blur though, so I'm glad I can actually turn that off here. Been turning motion blur off for a while now in games. Alright, I think we're ready. Language, subtitles are on. So okay, they were on. Audio is in English, text is in English. Look, if you're one of those people who's Russian, or even, Chinese, Polish, Czech, Hungarian, Turkish, if I can improve the gameplay performance for you guys, if I have any Russian viewers here who are potentially interested in this being Russian, I'll even start this game all over again with Russian subtitles on. I actually understand Russian, but I would rather play this in the authentic language, which would be English. There's certain games like Chernobylite that I would rather play in Russian, but I'd rather stick with English. But I'm happy to turn subtitles on for a different language. Whatever language you guys prefer to see, I'm happy to do that. I don't really need the audio to be in English and the text to be in English, but if there's no comments regarding that, just throwing that out there, I'll keep it English for now then. And we've got all the expansions installed. Wow, there are so many things for this game that have come out over the course of the months or years. This is really impressive to see. So CD Projekt Red, besides that disastrous Cyberpunk launch, I think they really redeemed themselves, especially since Cyberpunk was a perfectly playable game when I bought it after the 1.5 update. I think that's everything. Let's do this. Well, I am a first timer, definitely not seasoned, so I don't want this to be too overwhelming. I found God of War a little easy on balanced, but God of War we have played in the past, all the way since 2005. Witcher, not so much. I think we'll just keep it balanced and we'll use those tutorials. Simulate Witcher 2 save. Wow, so the game like carries on for what you did in The Witcher 2? That's incredible. But I don't think The Witcher 2 was ever on the consoles. That's supposed to be Yennefer, and with Geralt we got Vesemir. Damn, they did a good job casting those characters, considering I can pretty much instantly recognize them. be a total shame watching this cutscene not understanding who's who and what the F is going on. I mean, I still don't fully. My source material is essentially the Netflix show, the first 2 seasons, and that's it. I've never even watched the anime. I'm guessing I can find that crystal crow's head at some point, since it was just indicated that it's laying on the ground. It's gonna crawl in your butthole, Geralt.
You know I don't find that amusing.
Man, that'd make me squirm.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
So, later then.
See you later.
That set of scars is tenfold more intimidating than any set of tattoos you can get. Alright, each message will be saved in the glossary. You'll find detailed information about the world, lore, gameplay mechanics, the disable tutorial, which we definitely don't want to do. Witcher Sense, hold L2.
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
I didn't know Geralt could do that.
See, I thought Ciri could stand to wait a little longer.
It's uninstructive, not to mention unreasonable.
Wow.
I don't want to be reasonable.
Aha, so that's the way the wind blows. Go and train with her, then come back. It'll give me a chance to put my face on.
Of all the women I've known, you're the only one who does that before.
You've known many.
What's it matter? Only ever thought of you.
No, don't start simping, Geralt. I wonder if the dialogue's going to be different. I just have to test everything out.
Not now, Ciri
Okay,
awaits.
she's done talking to us. Alright, so just a bunch of candles I'm extinguishing. I better crack on. Let's have a look outside, see how this ray tracing's going.
Shit. Mountain Pass is beautiful as ever.
Okay, so based off this, it's obviously no God of War. You can tell this isn't a 2022 game, but I've got nothing to compare it to now. I played the 2015 version, but it looks good, alright? It looks good. That's not a dig. I might have to put it in performance mode. I would rather 60 FPS than, you know, outdated graphics.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Gotta admit, we've spoiled her.
We've spoiled her. I've been saying it from the start. Ciri needs a firm hand.
Been saying that true, but you let her walk all over you just like the rest of us do.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike.
Wow. Is she blindfolded too?
The circus pirouette.
No amount of practice. Talking decades.
Wrong.
Wouldn't be able to do
Footwork.
any of that.
Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Better not. Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
You!
Exactly. So you'd best behave. Come on, we'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
I love the ability to choose pretty much every single piece of dialogue so far. And I hope the game stays like that throughout.
Of course. Is a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
Beat you to the bottom.
Maybe if you fall.
Okay, climb over obstacles, got it. The mechanics are a little flimsy.
Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps. Ciri, cut it out.
You said we weren't allowed to do that.
I said you weren't allowed to do it.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Well, you're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous.
Might learn a thing or two from this game.
Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
Draw your sword, Geralt.
Okay. Combat signs. These signs are not as powerful as the spells wielded by mages.
What now? We'll talk later.
Okay.
Quick cuts. 1, 2, 3.
Pathetic.
Strong strikes now. Give it all you got. Never lock your elbow when striking, young lady.
And one.
Dodge.
Position, Ciri. Footwork. Remember.
I'm too old for this shit. Now, parry. Ciri, see how Geralt holds his sword, its angle?
What am I supposed to parry? Fighting a stupid dummy.
Pretend now, live later. Riposte! Strike!
So I was pressing it, I wasn't holding it. Press L2 just before your opponent strikes to perform a counterattack. Alright, yeah. So, in my mind, when I see parry, I think it's always a last second tap. But parrying in this is holding, and the parry, it's not called a parry, it's called a counterattack.
Slice your jugular.
Now, young lady.
I'm trying to strike him, it says you can't do that. Press L1 to open quick access. Okay.
Who's next? Ciri, Gwen is sometimes called the Witcher's Shield. Now watch carefully to see why. Cast Igni, Geralt. I want to see sparks fly. See? If not for the Gwen sign, I'd be aflame by now. Had enough?
Come on, come closer.
All right, Geralt. Come on. Foolery! Enough! Come on! At them! See that, Ciri? Art will knock anyone or anything off balance. Destroy their rhythm. Time for Axie. Damn it. I hate this feeling.
I keep trying to change the signs with the R stick, not the left stick.
Ugh. Axie can really muddle your mind. Erden now. Show her, Geralt. See this, Ciri? Had enough? Throw a bomb.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Ciri.
I'm trying to get on it.
On the blow.
Oh, right, you want me to do the bombs now.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. Alright.
Fine. Enough. Continue training at will.
Okay, Vesemir, don't kill me.
Mistake.
Oh, wow. He's not that slow. He's not slow. And I'm not doing any damage to him, so... I think we'll wrap up the training before he kills my ass. Oh no, my health does come back. Well, I don't want to die beyond the walls, so...
What now?
Really slow to cast that sign. Or just... Yeah, no, here we are. Alright, alright. I just want to try something.
I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, alright, I got something in mind. Well, that didn't work how I wanted it to. I thought that would stagger him.
Come on. That bad.
Alright, that'll do.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet? Ciri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you. What the? Vesemir.
I've long awaited this, and you, White Wolf.
So I know nothing about the Wild Hunt besides what I saw at the end of Season 2. Really hoping this game pretty much enriches my experience of watching the show in Season 3. Fills me in on quite a few parts that I think I'm missing when it comes to this story.
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. The Wild Hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
be dawning soon. Time to go.
Well, let's see if I
Wait.
can find
Show me the
that
letter
crow
from you.
crystal.
Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. Ah, how about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
Stuffed unicorn. Used it once or twice. Certain situations.
The things young folk get up to these days.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh. But it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I hear it. I smell it. Ghouls.
Oh, here we go. I don't want to die on my first actual combat encounter. Monsters shown with silver health bar above their heads indicate that you should fight them with a silver sword. I already forgot how to select the appropriate sword.
How long are you gonna make me wait?
Well, I'm really stunned. Why am I getting the getting the torch out? I swear I'm pressing on Yarded, and then I'm selecting it. Hopeless. I don't think I'm gonna last long in this world. I gotta do some more training. Oh man, striking opponents generate adrenaline points. Certain abilities you can acquire allow you to perform special attacks that require and consume adrenaline points.
Of course, when armies pass, necrophages follow.
Wow, alright.
Let's go before any more show
There
up.
is so much to take in. It's like doing homework. Alright, yep, food and drink. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get messed up. So, before I mount the horse, I'm thinking, can I pick anything up, yeah? Because we saw that, Witcher sensors indicating things down there, but I'm assuming they're not friendly. Don't think I've... Did I loot him? Didn't feel like I looted him. Oh, yeah. Look, it's hard to gauge in that cutscene what was where. Yeah, it felt like it was somewhere down here, so I'm just gonna... Alright. I'm gonna get fucked up down here. I'm out. For a second I thought I stumbled upon what I was looking for, that little crystal skull thing. Look, if that's a thing, if you can actually find that here, I have no idea where it could be. Witcher sense isn't really giving me anything, and we're not here to pick berries. Just gonna mark this on my map though, this particular location, because I may or may not YouTube if you can actually pick this thing up. I have no idea at the moment, so I want to get a good beat of where I am in the world. Can you place custom marker? Yes, you can. Alright. So, maybe I'll come back for this. I'll leave that there, just double... Oh, so the custom marker's gone. Why is it going away? Okay, that time it didn't. Alright. Well, I may come back. So apparently this game... Sometimes you make choices and they have consequences. Really looking forward to see how that's going to pan out. Total noob. There's going to be a lot to learn. So if I've already missed something critical by not potentially finding something that I should have found around this area, so be it. Like I said, we've marked it. And we'll come back if we need be. Alright, Witcher spend most of their time on, yeah. To have Roach come back to you, double tap L3.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No, really upset him too. His theory collapsed.
War's not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. That's what keeps us going. We going? Help me! Help!
If I gotta fight this now, I think I'm gonna get messed up.
Has it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
Oh. You'd like a reward, I suppose.
Could always use a few crowns.
Thing is, I've a meager purse at the moment. Nilfgaardians requisitioned my goods. Now this. here.
Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there?
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Ah, beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
Greetings. Greetings. Greetings.
Greetings it is. Is there a way to bring up that map quicker with just one button press? It doesn't seem like there is. Wow, well, my waypoint looks like it's gone. The custom marker I placed. I think I placed it around here, but God knows now. Yeah, I don't know why that custom marker disappears.
Faster. So, a griffin this close to the village? Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In the forest or the mountains, sure, but here? Near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn anything.
Wow. Well, this is going to get interesting. Okay, so I have the ability to potentially commit crime, start some shit. Getting the notion that this is a very alive world.
My gran told me about Smith's lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting nearby. Started poking him, asking. When he started twisting and squirming. So
I don't want to accidentally input the wrong command and hack someone.
Owner that had sat on the kid. Witcher had naught to do with it. What did the folk do? So did head back on. Word is they laid his corpse to rest. Hush hush in the crypt. Yes?
I thought they called out Witcher and they were gonna maybe give me something.
What do you want?
Peasant. I think after this cutscene I'll call it there. I don't want these videos to go for too long. But I'd like to say if we get 100 views on this video, maybe 1 or 2 comments and a few likes, I'll definitely keep this up.
Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
What? Witches?
I'll not drink with Weaverlaw's freaks.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy round here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. One mean beast.
Mean? Light way for a hunter to put it. clawed Lena so bad, poor thing's 1 foot in the grave. But does no good to wallow in misfortune. How can I be of service?
With a drop of vodka for me.
And you? Something to wet your tongue?
A woman to wet my tongue.
Show me what you got behind the counter.
I mean, I get what he's saying in context, but show me what you got behind the counter. Imagine you said that to a shopkeeper. Alright, so I got no idea what I'm fucking purchasing. So I think we're just gonna get an apple. Can I get some vodka? Cherry cordial, Nilfgaardian lemonade. There's alchemy ingredients. Oh wow! Oh look, I'll get. Oh, buy 6. No, look, I have very few. I'm just gonna call them dollars for now. So I think we'll just leave it at that until we know more about it.
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
There a contract on that griffin?
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the aldermen don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first. And seems they hanged the Lord. So no contract.
Shame. We might have done something, but not for free.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Thanks for everything.
Gotta really commend Henry Cavill. He sounds just like the Geralt in this game. Top-notch stuff, Henry Cavill. It's gonna be sad to see him go after season 3. Well, he's already gone,
Help you
but
bandage that up?
Please.
You know what I mean.
I'm not decrepit yet.
Then I'll ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Yeah, it's
been out measuring the fields.
Let him measure.
it's gonna be like any other sort of series, especially a series that's got some momentum behind it. I think the Witcher series definitely does, and it's like if you recast fucking Aragon from Lord of the Rings. I know it's different, that's not a show. You know, it's like if you recast Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter. What's a good show you could give as an example? Even if you recast, alright, Jon Snow, pretty much like the main protagonist, right? If you recast him, even after 2 seasons, because there was like a total of 8, it would just still feel wrong. So, unfortunately for the Witcher show, I think it's going to be a massive red flag, and, well, it already is a massive red flag, and I'm not going to look too far into it. Things can change, but I doubt they will. Just going to take it as it comes with that show and enjoy season 3. So, I mean, season 4 is not like it's going to be on the horizon for another 18 months or so, you'd think anyway. So, let's just enjoy season 3 when it comes out for what it is. Alright, I'm going to call it right here because we're going to be over the 1 hour mark for sure. If you enjoyed this, leave me a like, leave me a comment. If you watched this entire thing, I really commend you for that. I'm so happy that there may be 1 or 2 people here that stick with me for an entire playthrough. I'm not sure I'm going to do the entire game because I imagine this is going to be massive. This would end up being more parts and more hours than God of War was with commentary. That's a lot of exporting. But if there's viewers, if people give some likes, some comments, and I know that people are genuinely interested, I'll definitely keep at it. I'm all for the viewers at the moment, just trying to build up the channel. Any thoughts, comments, recommendations, you can also post those. Alright guys, well, I'm really looking forward to playing this some more. We'll see how this video does, and hopefully we see you in the next one. Peace.